Good morning, good Monday morning to you all. How is everybody? How are you coping with these absolutely madly powerful, intense, life-changing, wonderful, incredible, difficult, and everything else full moon and eclipse energies? Been quite fun, aren't they? Especially because they are in Scorpio, and I'm a Scorpio rising, which I've been loving because for the first time in my life I'm actually going, yay, bring on Scorpio rising, because my whole life has been like, oh, I don't want to be Scorpio rising. I don't like this. It's, Scorpio rising is very intense and very, very serious. Yeah, I never wanted that, but this time it's really suiting me. Good morning, Lorraine. Really knackered. I know how you feel. It's been a roller coaster for so many, and this full moon as well. It's around death, and I've been thinking absolutely loads this morning. Messages piling in. And the one thing that we always think about death is how awful it is. Because, when you go back and you look at, say, a tarot pack like the Rider-Waite, there is death, and it signifies an end. It is a closed door. It's final. And this is what we've come to believe about death, that it is an end. It's not. Death is a rebirth. In order for a rebirth to happen, there has to be a closing of a door. There has to be an ending. But it's not final. It's not, that's it, we're done. And our whole sort of views around death, around ending, they've been so skewed. They've been so turned into something incredibly negative. Whereas death used to be a rejoice. It used to be, yay, they've moved on to something higher. They've moved on to energetic freedom, to explore more of their higher self. And we've lost all of that. So in all this intense Scorpio energy that's coming up, we have had a lot of old stuff clearing, a lot of old pains, saying goodbye to so many parts of ourselves, parts of our lives, parts of us, parts of our pain. And we do love to hang on to pain. We really do. We go, if I release my pain, who am I going to be? I'm not going to be anybody. I'm going to fall apart. And it's like, no. If we release our pain, we blossom into something truly amazing. And we don't need the pain anymore. You don't need that as a guide, as a marker anymore, because we're coming into a new way of being. And it's tough. I get it, it's tough. I've had times in my life when I've looked back and I've thought, oh, I have to let go of this woman that I used to be. I had diaries and diaries of when I was going through really intense therapy, of just my life as it was. How much I could hurt myself every day, how much I could blame myself, how much people hated me, and what I saw. Just so much of it. And as I healed, I had to let go of that girl. I had to let go of that insecure woman and say, I can't have her anymore with me. She's no longer me. She doesn't represent me. And at one point I did go back, 4 or 5 years ago, and I found all the diaries. And I looked at them and I was like, who the hell's that? I don't recognise her anymore. So I shredded them all. I got rid of everything that represented that woman. And it was another stage of releasing the old. But again, I had to grieve for her. I had to let her go because she had been me. She'd been in me. She'd been an aspect of me for so long. But if we don't let go of that old, we can't make room for any new. Because this is what I always tell people when I teach. You have a suitcase. And this suitcase can only carry so much. What are you going to put in it? In order to get, the precious jewels in there, and the abundance and the love and the opportunities and all the wonderful things that you want in your life. You have to take out some of the old stuff because there's only so much room. So we have to grieve, we have to let go in order to create room. And this is actually what death is. It's just creating room for more expansion. So we don't need to worry about grieving. It is a natural process. It's okay to do that. It really is. So, as usual, I have sat down with my guides, with the universe this morning, and wrote some notes because it's the only way I make sense. And, they've been incredibly clear, incredibly, honest in what they want to tell me, what they want me to tell you. And this time, this Scorpio time, this eclipse is about truth. That for me is the big thing here. It is about truth. And time to end the lies that we have told ourselves about who we are. And this is the first thing they said to me, was literally, who are we? That is the biggest truth. When we find that, then we begin to find ourselves. Who are we? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Who we thought we were was just this human being here coming into life, slotting into our little role, doing what we're told, performing our role, and then dying. And that's it. But that's not truth. That's not our truth. The truth of who we are, and I love this that I was told a couple of days ago, is that we are a house. Each one of us is this massive house, and in every room are unexplored rooms. In every room there are guides and light beings and opportunities and parts of our personality, of our brain that we just haven't explored. And in there are also all our eternal lifetimes. There is everything in there. This house it's massive. It's enormous. It's far bigger than anything. And you've only been allowed to perhaps go into the hallway, or maybe up to the front door even. But when you start walking into the truth of who you are, you discover there is so much to you. There is so much to us. We are the most incredibly massive aspect. And held within this house as well is the universe. Everything is within us. Everything is us, and we are everything. So that is the first initial truth to deal with, to get our heads round. Don't think about it too much, because it really does, it doesn't compute. We have to feel it. Okay, so we are moving forward into a time of our truth. And it doesn't mean hurting somebody else. It means just acknowledging our truth. And truth is actually incredibly simple. Truth is simply saying, what do I want? That's it. If you take away all of the stuff around your choices, around where you're going in life, and you come back to the very, very simple truth. What do I want? What do you want? That's it. It's really easy to make a choice then if things are not tied up in all the shoulds, have tos, mustn'ts, all this stuff. And that's where we're going with this. This is what we're stepping into now, is the very simple truth of what do I want now? Not in the past, not in the future. You can only make a choice a true choice, based on who you are now. If a path feels right, it feels right. If a path feels wrong, it feels wrong. And that is your very, very simple choice. And yet we've been taught to take into account everybody else, everything else. And the one person who gets lost in all this stuff, well, that's us. So we end up sitting there going, I don't know actually what I want. You always know what you want. We always know what we want. It's just that we have been shamed, embarrassed, made to feel awkward in actually standing up and saying, this is my truth, this is what I want. And that is not the way forward. That's not the way into our future, because you will continue building a life that is based around somebody else, around society, around what is deemed right, what looks right. And the one person who suffers in all of this, well, that's us. That's humanity. Because we are not engaging with actually the simplest truth of who am I and what do I want. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that in all this death energy, all this energy of transformation, of change, we can feel very insecure because everything we knew is kind of disappearing and dissolving. Not in an instant, but it is. We can feel it. We can sense it going. So we're sitting here, we're going, well, what's next? And if we try and exist out of now, we then step into fear, we step into worry. And we start thinking, oh my God, but where could I possibly go? Because I'm projecting forward from where I am now, and I'm projecting into something that I can't possibly know because we don't know what's coming. So the only way that you can find security is actually to be in now and to listen to what it is that you want. There is real security when you start listening to your own truth, because all the pressure from outside, that disappears. You stop listening to it. And the only thing that you can listen to then is you. And in communing with yourself, in merging with you, you find immense security, because that is truth. So it's about us putting aside all the judgments of other people and all the imagined judgments of other people. Oh my God, if I do this, what's somebody going to think? You know, it's like me coming on here. My ego, just for a moment, does a little bit. What are you going to talk about? Is it going to be nonsense? Is anyone going to be watching? There comes up the ego. And when I come back to say, you know what, I'm just going to go on there and talk. And some people are going to like it and some people aren't going to like it. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going on there to give my experience, to give my wisdom. And I'm going to do it now as I talk. If I start projecting ahead and thinking, what am I going to talk about? Oh my God, we've got light language coming soon. What if it doesn't come? Then I start launching into fear. Whereas if I just go, hey, you know what, I'm sitting here and I talk to people and I love talking to people. Many people will testify I can talk for a long time. So this is just me. So I have to look at it as in I'm just coming on here and just chatting to a few friends. That's it. That is the very, very simple truth. Do I want to be here? Yes, I want to be here. Am I worried about what I did in the past? No. Am I thinking about what I'm going to do in the future? No, I'm just here with you. And that's it. And if I started thinking about all the judgments that may come, will they like it, will they not like it, then I step out of my security. So again, it's coming back to that very simple truth. If I start talking down a path that I think, no, that's wrong, I come back and I say, well, let's get on the path that actually suits me. Back into my security. So we just need to jump into the truth of who we are. That's it. And I was in the car the other day, and great ideas come either on the loo or in the car. Just, well, you can't write them down. But they said to me that life is like being at a pool party. The party is life. This is it. And there is this pool. And you're looking, you're thinking, I really want to jump in that pool. I really, really do. But what will people think of me if I jump in? Oh, she's the crazy one. Oh, look at her. Oh, she's so embarrassing. Oh, isn't that awful? But this pool, they said, represents all our dreams and our passions and our desires and our truth. And we're holding back and we're going, I really want to jump in that pool. I really want to jump in. It's going to be fun. And we hold back because we're so worried about everybody else thinking, what if we jump in that pool? The truth is that everyone wants to jump in that pool. They all want to jump in and connect with their passions and with their desires and with their dreams. For how long are you going to stay on the edge of the pool? At which point are you going to throw yourself in and go, I'm going to launch myself into this pool. I'm going to throw myself into my passions and my desires. And I won't drown. I'm actually going to feel incredibly buoyant and incredibly safe because I'm exactly where I need to be. So are we going to throw ourselves in? I hope so. I really hope so. So we need to stop worrying about other people's judgments. Stop worrying about life. Stop worrying about the earth. Stop worrying about people. Stop worrying about everything. We are just worrying about it. And it's time for that to end. It's time for us to come back just to us, to our hearts. The idea that this earth doesn't know what it's doing. It does know what it's doing. And we've just got to start making choices that suit us, because every time we make another choice that suits us, we raise the vibration of the earth. We raise our vibration, and that affects everything across the world. It affects all people. It affects Gaia. It affects absolutely everything. So it's all about just making choices. You want to help the world, you help yourself. Okay? It's not being selfish. It's just saying, when something feels right to me, I'm going to do it. You don't do it because you're belligerent. You don't do it because it's anti-establishment. You don't do it because it's pro-establishment. You just do something because it suits you, and that's it. There is no other reason to do something. You bring into your life, you don't put into your wardrobe clothes that you hate and have them sitting there every day and go, oh, I'm going to wear that really, really disgusting skirt that I hate. You don't do it. So why in our life do we put in all these things that we think, oh, I can't stand that. Oh, I hate that person. I'm going to bring them into my life. Oh, I can't stand this event. I don't like anything about my life, so I'm going to continue living it. This is where it changes. Okay, this is where we've got to start thinking, my life is my wardrobe. My life is my jewelry collection, whatever it is. If you don't like something, get rid of it. If you don't like something, make a different choice. If you're on a path you don't like, change it. You've got the power to do that. You have the freedom to do that. And in this way, this is how we help the world stepping forward, by actually engaging with our heart. The other thing that came up was there was a comment made on a post of mine this morning, and it just said, stop the war, stop the fighting. And I said, yeah, that's really, really great. However, what you're doing is you're focusing on the war. You're focusing on the fighting. What if we focus on peace? Because we can't go over there. We can't stand in front of some people with guns and go, oi, now stop that. That's a very naughty boy. We can't do that. But what we can do is focus on peace. And when we put the energy of peace out there, because that's what we want, that's what we're trying to build here. So we want to focus on what we want and not what we don't want. And we're so used to focusing on what we don't want, so used to focusing on the negative. We have to turn it completely around and say, I'm actually going to focus on what I do want. When you say, I don't want this, it's not the path you're going to walk. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, you know what I really, really don't want? I don't want going to the left over here, whatever it is. I'm not going to walk that path, am I? The path I'm going to choose to walk is actually the one to the other side that says, this is what I do want. And that's the way to go. So we want to watch in ourselves what it is that we are saying, what it is that we're believing, and to make sure we don't actually start chasing what it is that we don't want. Because if we start pushing things away, and if I spent all my energy pushing this away, saying, no, don't come in, what I actually want, I'm not going to create, because all my focus is on pushing away what I don't want. So this is the subtle shift that we need to go through. It's subtle, but it's very, very powerful about building what it is. And people say, oh, I'm trying to build a business. Why are you trying to build a business? Why? Because I don't want to be poor. So all your focus is on saying, I don't want to be poor, rather than saying, I want a successful business. It's just a little switch. Okay. So yeah, changing the focus. I've read that bit. And also, step out of other people's lives, step out of other people's stuff and come back and focus on yours. Their shit is their shit. Let them deal with it. Let them handle it. Unless they really need your help, unless they ask for it. But we get so caught up in everybody else's stuff and we lose sight of ours. We lose sight of who we are. So we've got to go back and do what it is that we can do and not try and do what we can't do. You know, we spend so much time thinking, oh, I'm going to really try to do this. Well, the question is, do you want to do what it is you're trying to do? Do you actually want to? If you don't, why are you trying to do it? If you do, carry on doing it. It'll get easier. But, you know, this whole idea of we've all got to challenge ourselves. Why? I mean it. Why? If you want to challenge yourself, fine. If you don't do it. Oh, hello, Joe. Hang on, you want to be in my video. I'm going to let you in. Hang on. How do I do that? Add. Hello, Joe. Adding. I hope this is working. I'm doing something I've never done before. Why? Because I want to. Oh, okay. No problem, Joe. Probably hitting a wrong button like I do. But yeah, it's not selfish to focus on us. It's not selfish to start thinking about ourselves. It really isn't. As I say, when we raise our vibration, we raise the vibration of the entire world. And we also show people, if we show people how good it feels to focus on ourselves. Hi, Christian, I don't want to be on video. That's okay. You pressed random buttons like I do, didn't you? But yeah, if you know, if we keep denying ourselves, keep denying our happiness, what are we showing other people? We're showing other people that there's no joy in it, that there's no security in just being ourselves. I've gone quieter. Oh no, I shall speak up. I hope that's. I hope you can hear me okay, Claire. But yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to keep pressurizing ourselves to be something, to be someone that doesn't actually suit us, that doesn't actually sit in our hearts. We want to come back, yes, I'm going to say it, to being selfish, to actually just putting in our lives what it is that we want. So yeah, that is you know, I'm asking us to embrace the real us, to embrace our hearts, to embrace who we are. It's time. It's time to stop denying who we are and to actually say, I know who I am. I'm going to embrace them and I love them and I'm going to allow them to speak through me and I'm going to allow my life to be filled with all the things that this person wants. And when you surround yourself with everything that you want, you feel very, very secure. Very secure, because you are surrounded by everything that matches your vibration, that is your vibration. And that's where we're going. One step at a time. That's where we're going. You don't have to rush anywhere. There's no rush. It's just one step at a time. And also reminding me that the world, the whole world may be quite slow to get shifting, or it may seem that way. But the revolution, every revolution starts in here. And so if we keep doing that, then we inspire others. And it's one person at a time. One step at a time. Now, I had a look at the cards. And I don't use many Doreen Virtue packs. But today, this one jumped out. Angel Therapy. It just called me. Because there are loads and loads of angels around at the moment. So many winged creatures. And the first card that came up was singing and dancing. Okay? Express yourself through magic of music and movement. Why? What happens when we dance? What happens when we... Oh no! Lorraine, that's awful. I don't know what's happened to me. volume. That is terrible. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to restart, and hopefully this will work. Okay, so I'll be back. Right. Just got to wait a minute. Hopefully people will rejoin me. Yay, hello. We're back. The question I think we have Mercury gremlins, annoyingly, affecting the sound, and that's much better. Wonderful. I'm glad. Good. I think we're in Mercury retrograde, so what happens with technology does not surprise me at the moment. It is, yeah, computers, watches, cars, travel plans, everything just gets affected by Mercury retrograde. But of course, it also encourages us to look inside ourselves. So, you know, we tend to fear Mercury retrogrades, and we don't have to. They're just an encouragement to spend time with ourselves, because we can't actually be, I can't think of the word, distracted by all our technology stuff. So, yeah. So, as I was saying, Angel Therapy is the pack of cards that I chose today. Doreen Virtue, I don't normally use. And this first card is Singing and Dancing. There's a wonderful thing that happens when you sing and you dance and you play music and you get into a hobby. You lose all fear. Has anyone noticed that? You know, I go off to ballet class and I might be having a really crap day. You know, I might be worried about my mum and, you know, is her hip getting better and you know, various things. I go in there and I'm like, oh, I'm just dancing. That's it. I sit down and play the piano. Nothing else happens. I'm just playing the piano. It takes us back to being in that wonderful moment, to being in now. And that is just a beautiful thing. And it's that moment when we go back into these passions, we really engage our heart. We're doing what we want to do. You know, this always bothered me when people turn around and say, oh, my hobby is to, I don't know, be a train driver. So what do? I became an accountant. Well, why aren't you a train driver? It makes no sense. And we've all got these passions, these hobbies, these desires. And people don't tend to go into them. They say, well, it's just my hobby. Yay, Lorraine. Thank you. I'm thrilled you can hear me. I'll say Mercury gremlins. It is awful. I'm just talking about singing and dancing and how, you know, we go into our hobbies assuming it's just a hobby. And yes, some things are just hobbies. You know, I'm never going to make it as a professional dancer. Forget it. But this is also my hobby, because I love speaking to angels. I love communicating with people. I love healing. And my dad, he was an accountant. Why? Because he loved numbers. That was just what he adored. Weirdly, I know, but he loved numbers, so he did that. And every single one of us has come in with a way we want to be in life, you know, the kind of person we want to be, and yet we don't put that into what we're going to do for most of our lives. So this singing and dancing, it is about just allowing your heart to come through in what you do and who you are. Then, I love this card. Goddess. Oh, hell yeah. Express your divine feminine energy. Merge with her. Be with her. Allow the fight to end within yourself. You know, stop trying to be somebody else. Stop trying to be somebody for someone else. Because it'll never work. You can never, ever totally match your vibration to somebody else because you are not them. And if you spend your life trying to make them happy, you end up neglecting the one person you can make happy. You. Because that's the only thing you can do. There's nothing else you can actually do in life. You can't make anyone else happy. As my mum said, you have your children, but you don't necessarily like them. That's the truth. You can't make your child happy. You can only focus on yourself and your dreams. And this is time. And then we have the law of attraction. We all know the law of attraction. Things are changing. What we want to attract. Thanks, Jo. You'd love my mum. She's great. What we want to attract is changing. Everything we have attracted in life is there because we attracted it. It's all a creation of us, of our heart, of our mind. Everything is. There's nothing here that we didn't create. So you want a different world? Change it. By changing yourself. This is why it's so important for us to come back to our heart, to our desires, to our dreams, because that is how we change the world. We put out a vibration of fight, of anger, of disappointment. That's what we're flooding the world with. What if we flood the world with joy and happiness and laughter and peace and all these wonderful things, and community and merging and love? What if we do that? Ooh, the world shifts. And that's it. That's how easy it is. At the beginning I said it's all about simplicity. Truth is so simple. When you come back to the truth of what you want, that's what you resonate out into the world. And it's not about, I'm now going to resonate ballet dancing out to the world. No, I'm going to resonate the joy that it gives me. I'm going to resonate the love that it gives me. So whenever you start resonating with your heart, it is the passion and the joy that you send out into the world to other people. And that's contagious. Joy is so fully contagious. You ever heard of laughter therapy? One person starts laughing and next thing you know, it feels fake. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, right. But you find after a minute, 2 minutes, you're all laughing. We can't stop it. It's beautiful. It's just contagious. Joy is contagious. So we need to spread more of it. Being in our heart is contagious. And you see, this all comes down to engaging with the one simple truth of who am I? And that is where the security sits. That's where our power lies. When you recognize who you are, and that person that you see in the mirror, that you have seen in the mirror for most of your life, that's not the real you, that the real you is more beautiful, more magnificent, more powerful. I wrote something recently. What was it? It was about being that was it. It was about being humble. And it said, what is it with people that we feel we have to be humble? That we feel we have to not stand up? That we feel we have to dull our light? That we have to be so grateful for everything that we have? And yes, we are. Yes, I get that. But you know what else we are? I'm going to swear. We are fucking extraordinary. We have no idea just how immensely powerful, how magnificent we really, really are. We just can't imagine it. But we are, and we don't need to be humble anymore about who we really are. Lorraine, you found another aspect of yourself last night. You found a divine goddess inside of you. I sat there in this meditation and I saw myself turn to gold. And I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm now, so egotistical. I just looked at myself and I went, this is me. This is really me. And I felt just right. I felt just peaceful. I just felt that this is who I'm supposed to be, that we are all supposed to shine as bright as we can. We are all supposed to stand up and say, you know what, I've got this incredible power. And it is such an old way of being taught that you've got to be so humble and so reverential to the universe. The universe doesn't care. The universe gave us freedom. The universe gave us the ability to choose who we are and how we can be. And if we send out to the universe that, oh, I'm so humble for who I am, thank you for who I am, that's what you mirror back. But if you turn around and you say to the universe, hey, you know what? I know a secret. I know how bloody magnificent I am. The universe will go, yeah, she knows she's magnificent. There you go, be magnificent. They really don't care how we see ourselves, the universe. It's just a mirror. It's up to you. How do you want to see yourself? Do you want to see your real power? Or do you want to hide it away for the rest of your life? You didn't come here to hide it away. You came here to be a divine goddess. So let her out, because she's gorgeous. She wants to come and play. She's not mean, she's not horrible. She's beautiful. Let her out and let her play. So no more fake humble, right? Stand up and be glorious. Yeah, exactly, Lorraine. No more hiding. No more hiding away from who you are or what you want or where you're going. Own it. It's that great phrase, I remember walking down the road in a comedy way and a friend of mine's laughing, going, own it, girl, own it, own it. And I did my stride. And it just felt great. I was doing it jokingly, but for that moment it felt great. And that's us. Let's walk down the road with pride. Let's hold our heads high. Let's be who we've always meant to be. Let's be who we can be. Don't waste the energy, the talents and the gifts that we've got, because they're coming through now. They are piling through. So don't waste them. So there you go. That's us. Now, we're going to see what light language wants to come through. And I know we've had, Lorraine especially, we've had lots and lots of seraphim come through. The Elohim are still here. They are the builders of the universe. And there is so much love here for us. As we are beginning to wake up to who we truly are, yet more love comes down for us, because as we begin to resonate with our real power, with our real strength, they can connect even more with us. Okay, even more. So it is absolutely right that we begin to see this goddess inside of us, because it allows us to connect with an even higher energy. If we want to connect with these real high energies, we need to be raising our energy so that they can connect with us more. So there is a real purpose. If you want to be a more powerful healer, if you want to speak with more light, if you want to act with more love, with more light, raising your vibration, recognizing your power, your strength, your magnificence actually allows us to connect with even higher energy that they are sending through to us. So it all serves an incredible purpose. Okay. So I brought out my little blue obsidian today. I love it. It's the clarity, the beauty, the throat. And that's why I felt like wearing blue around my neck as well. It just seemed important today. So get yourself comfy. If light language comes through as I am speaking, speak it, add it, send it out. Bring it into this beautiful little group. Even if we don't hear it, we can feel the energy of it. We can see the light within our third eye. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come out of your shell. Guaranukawas, Ma demora ni war shinkia no kozawata. Ai dire petakara immukeshkia. Samora tishgezebia tamorashkaba. Inia karakaya moshkesia. Tarwono raishke. Smawata. Tai murkaramia karashisia trakimiatarashkeba. Tuzguz gadinia varimaka. Ai dire komorkashkesia torajavarana. Timiaraskia. Masimignata rožakesha, kizara takamakare odarushkesi, smakararushkenya, zinajke metsikataranjko marasidarakshi, wataraganani adarushke, suwatgurke shisnya, samarai urkiski sadarishke, mataramiada, torishkesa niatarashke mia, sukutotorshkesia, samadirashkenya, taniado, kogakiarashi. Matarishki najkesi wasitara mashka sinurke, turajganya, tarimik me harakana darshkash, kanyas katarik me atarkashkesi yatorajma, shuatikishkasya, sukadikishkesokya, majashki me, karamishki masake me adarkashkesia, tam shuzita, shamaka. I dijge Samaria no, I tilmora, kebri krashkisia, matarima. Wizamia, takiamrakiwa. Turishiski atarishke sisa Samaria dormora. Haishko undarishke tesikia. Tun moshke senyat karaki badarishkesia. Samadi, Jewish gutsukaya. Tan miashke miatar moshka zainya. Tan miashke mokarai darushkesa. Zinche kishkasia. Tan miashke sukai karashika. Samaya woga dira makaria darakara. Ke darishki. Samashikuata. Turishisia, ziskiskisia tsamaratarkia, tanishkezia saketiachka sakasikiama, tarunukor, sinyazibati taranime orashke. Suazaka, ediama, derimashkesiwa, sukurukor, sinya, ski karashkmia, tarkashki, psikiatrkashkisia, samajke, mania dorashkesia, sanya maratitsikishiskia, tarmia tarkarakia, tarishkiskisia, trakashkisita, tamiajko, shukora, sakari, nidgiso, sakaya. Tumraje, zikemo darshesia sekrega, kiema darshesia karamaria karakishkisesya, tarmorkas, suukajeska, simia, mutarjukanada, metarjukanarake, matarjukanarake, erizidi tikirikesha, samorske, sinya zakaria, samazkiara nakarake, tamajkasia, ratikeshkataraki keshkesias, mushka, suodor majwasim. Ando morajaziatara, I dira marakarika, Tajeskia samaritara marakar, Karkishke, si ukasasa yanara, si majkisi, si miajukara, si mado, Joshokiasa, so Joshokasasia, so Joshokiasa, Kadorushka, Sasakia, Tarushka, Smoshi, Sinarajia, Temiashkara, Shisha Muishkisia, Tan Miashko, Sukutarkashia. Utaramaruka, Imarata, Imaratke, Imaderkem, Imanakano Karaki Moshke, Swasia, Tarishkishukashaka, Shayaskaya, Shikashayaska, Damalita Kesha, Samajke, Samatika Koramaratari, Shibukutske, Smatioshke, Smoraj, Wadajkimia, Turojokosuka, Tadikishki Samayatara, Ishikishikishkamojaka, Zitushikishakshi Mutaraja, Simashkutashkesi, Samashquetsitara, Shuma. Wa yumnura, da yura marek, uya yumraka, yumaraka, muara darishkin yezuzi, sumukushe, watorojushkush, sudarje. Matimo, ayeshasia karadia, taremiabor, adimura karakarayamushke, sushesa, ushiska, ushiska, mudarajesaya. They're showing me a. You know, when you get all these ribbons and you weave them together into this kind of mat, they're showing this is us, it's all our colours. We've tried to be almost a purity for too long and thought, well, this is me, this is, I have got to be this particular light, this particular colour. And actually we are emerging, you know, we are everything. And it's not about being pure, because we're not pure. Not one of us is pure. We are just this beautiful, beautiful mix of lights and colours and energy. swat chushazara yemradish kissia smataro moko ayini kare kimoda shonyoso o shososho ozosho koshokosokoro shozosokoro shozosoko modarishkwa ure de dani miedarama amorjisia takimeka shosa tarij kmo shandada modarashkwana mashkoshkaske tarij kmo oz moadi chikishko mosita tiushkoshiski por o hanyada di modaka ayishkomo shindiadarishko sudarishkisi sumukwa ayilor oshke moada arikildurshke motajni aswa tornishkwasin tamu ugadki ederke moda ajkim esi tarashkinya tatskuta shwajimiadaro wada mututushkisu moadaranya moda amya orate mutututoshki Muda ik usam aitunikasia tumajuasetere wa idodoresitaka ta iko mad udarami muraj kumusa we did kishki mo atashka sitawa emo artakami taraka ota ayemia adam or eda amia ota amhorake boto koshki sitam ed ura ebo onarake de tarku shuwado mo ikadaraka ainiki kishis tor ma ai uita mai nuraseke ma ino ta ora ta ba yadarek ko umata ishke wisi da riskma ammo edi mora ni ikora sakenya to oshki sidit kama mor ni ikema e uma ed oshki sikat arnibi adam ota ein kershik ishke sigara kem oki ma ed shazinia Tumarajiki mishgev zikutoraka kishkiko tarmiada moda ishkimasa. Mijeshka mari dishkesi sudorma aiki kapadaka. Wari nime. I think that's it. Oh, that was a bit different. You okay? That felt like a really strong activation to bring through more, to open up some of these rooms that are hiding within you, to open up some more of your DNA, to allow more light to come through into your body, for you to realize more of who you are. You are so welcome, man. I'm so touched that you come here to be with me. It is the precious gift of light that resides within you, that is who you are. And to deny our truth is to deny the light. So there is no more denying the light for you. We must accept the truth of who we are, that we are light, that this is why we have come, and we can't step away from that. No more denying, no more pretend humble. And when something connects with the light inside of you and moves you further forward on your path, then you go that way. And if what you are looking at will be a choice that will take you away from your truth, that will take you away from your light, that will dim your light, it is not the right path. We no longer have to take the path that doesn't suit us, that someone tells us we must take. No more. Claire. Oh, you look like, oh, bless you, I'm so touched. I look like a grandmother. No, I'm joking. Oh, yes, the messages are incredibly powerful today. We are releasing, we are birthing something new. We have birthed something new, and there is so much more to come. And we must simply be true to ourselves in each and every moment. Then we can step through the next door and the next door and the next door, which is all up to us. Oh, well, I hope that the rest of your Monday is beautiful and sparkly and wonderful, and that the sun shines on you. The great cosmic sun, Sirius. Let that beautiful love shine down on you and embrace it and breathe it in. You know, all this light is here for you. Don't put on a raincoat. Get out there and bathe in all the weather. Because there is no bad weather. There is no bad light. Take it in. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. I wish you just the most blessed day, as I've said, and I hope to see you again soon. I send you loads and loads of love. Have the most gorgeous day. Bye.